Now let's go to the fund value. In terms of fund value, the fund value continues to grow. As of 31st December 2021, the scheme fund stood at 17.289 billion. 17.289 billion. This marked a growth of 3.05 billion and translates to 21% growth. Afu mnasema uka anakula pesa tu. Wanaangalia matumbo yao. Sisi ingekuwa nimeenda na hizi basi. The scheme has invested in various asset classes to ensure that the portfolio is balanced. The scheme invests through fund managers as required by law. Currently, all the scheme investment are within the limits provided provided for in law. Yote ile investment zote tunafuata tu zile sheria. Hakuna moja tumevunja, tunafuata sheria, tunafuata vile viwango tumewekewa na regulator wetu. With respect to returns on investment, the scheme recorded a net return on investment of Kenya shillings. With respect to return on investment, the scheme recorded a net return investment of Kenya shillings. I repeat again. With respect to return on investment, this is what we generated. This is what we generated. And we generated 1,816,367,000 during the period under review. So the whole of last year, we trustees, plus or rather in liaison with the fund managers, we were able to work closely, invest wisely, and tukapata returns za 1.8 billion shillings. Mbona sipigiwi makofi? Pigeni makofi bana. Hata kama ni kiwanyo usiporidhika na kidogo, hata ukipewa nini utalalamika tu. Unashukuru na kile kidogo at least unapata. It's a blessing. Ilikuwa ni hard times. We all know what has been going through. Nationally and globally. But on top of all that, we were able to raise this money, 1,816. And where is the money now? The whole amount of the net return on investment has been shared amongst all members in accordance with the interest declaration and reservation policy. The same has already been credited into your accounts. Hizi pesa tushagawa na kila mtu tushamwekea zake. Zote kila mtu tushamwekea zake. In terms of administrative expenses, the scheme incurred an expense of Kenya shillings 118,503,000. Out of this money, a total of 82 million, hizo ni taxi hizo, zimeenda kwa serikali. 82 million, zimeenda kwa serikali. Where the standard practice to have administrative expenses not more than 2% of the fund, we have managed to keep the administration expenses below 1%. We are allowed by law to go up to 2%, but we never did that. We never did that. Tulibana. Siwezi kubali. I still have so many years to work here. Trusteeship will end next year. From year 2023, I'll be just a member. I cannot play around. Never on earth. I cannot try. I cannot try. Oh, Emma, when are you retiring? 2045. 2045. Na bado mnafikiria naweza cheza na scheme huyu? Mnafikiria naweza cheza na scheme? 2045. Aba mimi nimebakisha miaka mitatu, Emma. So this is the kind of people that we have in the scheme, that wanajaribu as much as they can so that this fund can remain strong, itufikishe kule Kanani. The scheme has not ventured into any property investment. This is because the trustees are ensuring that all the due diligence required is conducted before entering such a venture. This is a DC scheme, quite different from a DB scheme. My dear brothers and sisters, you have to understand that. For a DC scheme, any investment, there has to be an entry plan and exit plan. Without the two, tutakuja kuleta story hapa kama hizo watu tunapigania manyumba huko. We don't want that. We don't want to subject our members kwa hizo vitu vya aina hiyo. And that's why we are very keen in terms of properties. The trustees want to ensure that before any property investment is made, all steps to ensure that the expected returns will be better than the current investment have been undertaken. Sometimes people will ask me, mbona ujenge nyumba? Lakini nikijenga nyumba itachukua miaka 2 sawa. Lakini kulingana na vile nikijengea nyumba miaka 2 nitapata interest ya 5%. But if I put this money in the bonds, the government bonds, I'm getting 13%. Sasa kama wewe ukuliza utachukua 3 au utachukua 10%? Tutajadili, tutaangalia. This is scheme, okay. Now, let us look at the milestones and the things that we've so far done. Now, in the previous AGM last year, we informed the members of the value-adding process as well as strategic actions being undertaken within the scheme. It is only fair that I now give an update on the progress made on these items. Let's go to the ERP system. Last year, we informed you that we had commissioned an enterprise rescue planning system, which within the scheme. The system is meant to automate most of the operations of the scheme. As you are all aware, the world is becoming digital. Kuisha yale mambo mengine ya kizamani, lazima utafute kumaka, zinaitwaje zile statement mpaka zile kwa Mama Mugambi. Mama Mugambi kwa sisi watu wa terminal pale ana watu akina Mwiku and the likes. Ukifika zimegawanywa zile karatasi zinapangwa majina kwa majina. S ni hapa. Nikifungua yangu kiangia S ya kwanza ni Celine na wacha. Ya, lakini nishaona amepata nini? S ya pili ni Simon na wacha. Nishaona. So by the time nimepata ya Salim nimeona za watu 7. Sivyo tulivyokuwa wa Mbeya sisi. Hatunyamazi nayo. Kumbe yule anapata pesa fulani. We've stopped taking that direction. Sahi yako ni yako na information yako ni yako.
Makofi jamani.
The digitalization of operations within the scheme is meant to enhance efficiency within administration of pension. This is also in line with our AGM's theme, which is creating value through digital transformation and innovation. Haya, twende kwa hiyo portal sasa. Hii nafikiri itajibu maswali kadhaa. Embedded within ARP system is a member portal. The member portal was launched earlier this week on Wednesday, 7th December 2022 at the KPI headquarters. We thank all those members who attended the launch. As demonstrated during the launch, the member portal allows you as a member to access information on how much your accumulated benefits are, as well as give you an avenue to conduct projections of your benefits as the term you retire. We've been having a lot of problems. Perhaps you may not know, but you ask me. There are those who make noise kule kwa mtandao, lakini wakimaliza they will come and ask. There are those who ask genuine questions kule kwa mtandao, but at the end of the day they will still come and ask. Now, I've been having a lot of issues with mbona zile za tajiri zikiwekwa hatuzioni. Mlikuwa mnauliza, mlikuwa muulizi. Mlikuwa mnauliza, mlikuwa muulizi. Sasa dawa iko hapa. Sasa hivi this can allow you, sasa hivi you can view, ukifungua ile portal ya KPA, ile ya pension ile. Unaweka tu namba yako pale juu. Kama mtu hajaoneshwa utaoneshwa. Haki ya Mungu, utaona wewe mwenyewe mwezi uliopita uliweka pesa ngapi, tajiri alikuwekea pesa ngapi, faida iliyopatikana ni pesa ngapi, kama una warithi wako, kila kitu. Hebu nipigieni makofi bwana. Msiponipigia makofi siendelee. Nipigieni makofi.
Kwa maka 5 tena.
Tumejaribu kuwaridhisha members wetu. We bring you from pale mahali ambapo hujui ushike wapi mpaka pale mahali ambapo unajua hakika njia ni hii. Saa hizi tunaambiwa in the portal, this can allow you to set targets and plan on how additional voluntary contribution is required to meet your target. You see what? Sisi ilikuwa tunasikia Kibagenda aliretire alipata milioni 8. Huka naye pia anataka kupata milioni 8. Kitu kile anasahau ni kwamba kila mtu ana entry date yake na kila mtu ana exit date yake. Kitu kile anasahau ni kwamba kila mtu ana kiwango chake anachoweka na ana kiwango chake anachowekewa na mwajiri. Kwa hivyo sasa hivi hii itakuonesha wewe kabla hujaritaya ushajua mimi kumbe nikiritaya nitapata pesa fulani. Now this is a wake up call. If you think that is not enough, we have an additional voluntary contribution facility ready for you. Tumesikizana? Changa pesa zako zile za kuongezea na utaziona kwenye nini? Kwenye ile statement yako. Kila ukitoa pesa zako unaangalia kwa mtandao wako unapata kujua pesa hizi nimeweka. These were the things that we were waiting for kabla hizi zingine kuzisukuma. Another benefit of the member portal is that members can access information from anywhere and give it and given anytime. Members can also view the nominated beneficiaries online without need to visit the scheme. Hata mimi jana jioni nilipotoka kazini, fika nyumbani, namwambia mama, ngoja kuna mambo mapya, wacha niangalie. Tukaangalia. Mke wangu mimi kumbe nikiretire kwa DB napata hii, kwa DC napata hii. Utaniruhusu niwache kazi? Nasema hapana. Kama ni hivyo basi itabidi ujaribu kung'ang'ana. And there is one problem that my good members, sisi wengine natusumbua. We think that when you retire the pension will make you rich. You think that once you retire your problems will be sorted out, will be solved by the scheme. My dear brother and my dear sister, you need to plan yourself. You need to plan yourself. And for this reason, the whole of 2 months, the last 2 months, tumekuwa tukitrain watu. Tunaleta education ya members waelewe. We are not the facilitators. Tunaleta watu. Lakini cha kustaajabisha, pia nyinyi hamtaki kuja kusoma. Huyu facilitator tumemlipa kwa ajili yako wewe ili uelimishwe. You are busy doing what? Unaweza kujidanganya ukasema mimi am busy. Lakini wewe nenda live uone kama ukienda live kazi tasimama mwangemi ya kutafute. Ole wako. Utaenda live yako na ukitaka kuextend pia tutakuapprove uextend na kazi inaendelea. In fact ukiondoka unaweza pata better performance than when you are there. So it is important that such crucial issues unakuja because this is your life. This is the security people are fighting for. People are fighting to come and work hapa KPA not because of anything, because of the security. And the security we're talking about sio ya magali ila kufungua mlango, hakuna. Security we're talking about ni security ya baada wewe ukitaya, and it is the security that takuwa inakusukuma polepole. We are not making anybody rich. If you have that mindset that nikitaya nitapata pesa nikajenge nyumba, think twice, think again. Jaribu kufanya sasa. We have the SACCOs that will give you loans. Take loans and jipange vizuri so that when now you start enjoying your pension, ni pesa mdogo pale. Unaweka biashara yako ya kuuza makaa mdogo pale ndio uchunge mama asitoroke pale nyumbani. In summary, the member portal seeks to ensure the members can access the information at the comfort of where they are and the click of the button. You don't need to look for me. You don't need to look for me. If you want to know how much money you will get when you retire, just nenda pale project. You get all the details. Before even you wende kule useme umeibiwa, angalia kwanza. Ndio ukifika pale Kibet na watu wake waikupatia different figure from what has been projected by the system, sasa jua kweli umeibiwa. Kwa hivyo hiyo wizi tumemaliza hapo. Kama ilikuweko pisha, na sitaki kusikia stories zingine kwamba kulikuwa na wizi, mimi nasema hii nasema ile. That is now it's a deal done. Tumesikizana ndugu zangu? Now, we also talked of the strategic plan. In the Senate AGM, we informed the members that the trustees had commissioned for the development of 5-year strategic plan. Are now report that the strategic plan has been finalized and shall be launched later in the program. We are going to launch that one today here. Tuna launch nyingine leo. The strategic plan offers a roadmap guiding the scheme to align the organization's functional activities to achieve set goals. We encourage cooperation from all members during the implementation of this strategic plan. Now let's go to the post-medical fund. The trustees have made strides towards operationalizing the post-retirement medical fund. The scheme onboarded a consultant who prepared models and even went ahead to conduct member awareness and sensitization on the fund. I think this one we did. Tulitembea kila mahali. Tulitembea kila mahali ndugu zangu. Remember one thing that we are also employed. Sisi pia tumeajiriwa. Sometimes tunataka tuwe katika sehemu zetu za kazi. Lakini tunajibana tunaminyaminya hivyo na tunapata muda tunatembea kuelimishana ndugu zangu. We did this. Mimi mwenyewe ni shahidi because hakuna takifini moja nilikosa. In addition to the above, the trustees also reviewed the trust deed and rules to incorporate the post-medical retirement scheme. The amendment has since been done and the trust deed forwarded to the sponsor for execution. Anything new, whether good or bad, lazima kwanza ipite kwa pale kwa TDR yetu ndio inakuwa sasa ni sheria. And we've already done that. Tumemaliza hiyo, we've done our part. We are waiting for the sponsor to finish up na sisi pamoja tuendelee mbele. Of coming to us for the 40%, kindly hold. Wakati tumeruhusiwa tena, we will ask you to come and we will give you your money. Lakini kwa sasa it has been stopped na ni serikali imesimamisha. There is nothing we can do. No role trustee akonayo hapo ya ku reverse the situation. Now we are coming to the annuity and drawdown. Hapa ndio kuna shida hapa. And I want to make it clear today. I want to make it clear once and for all. And anybody after today, tukimsikia anasema maneno hayo, tutajua ana shida zake. Members, as you are aware, our scheme is a pension scheme by design and setup. It's a pension scheme. It's not a SACCO. It's not a chama. I want us to understand this one. Our pension scheme is by design and setup. The choice of setting up the scheme as a pension fund is a responsibility of the sponsor and not the trustees. I will pause. Responsibility of who? The sponsor and not trustees. That's something that each one of you must know. The trustees just manages the trust which has been established by the sponsor. The trust has been established by the sponsor. Because it is the sponsor who is paying you, then he deducts 10%, then he brings back the scheme. And the sponsor again adds what you are donating or what you are contributing twice as much. All the money comes from who? In a pension scheme, the law, now we are talking of the law here, not our wish. The two things here. We could have wished to take the 40%. Lakini sheria imekataa. And it's the same thing here. In pension scheme, the law requires, I repeat this, members, and I want you to understand this once and for all. Sometimes I sympathize with some of you because we keep on repeating the same story over and over again. But I don't know whether people don't seem to understand or these are just deliberate attempts to destroy others. That far I don't understand. The pension law requires that once an employee retires from an active service, he or she will be paid a third of the benefits as lump sum and the 2/3 of benefits paid as an annuity or income drawdown. As an annuity, which is offered by insurance, or income drawdown, which is offered by the scheme. Sijui tunasikizana? Haya. The 2/3 portion of the benefits, you will have an option of buying an annuity payable for life or an income in drawdown fund management internally by the scheme trustee. So the choice is you. There was a young man, alikuwa amelia na babake anunuliwe baiskeli, lakini baba hataki kununua baiskeli. Kila siku anamwambia mlingo hataki kununua baiskeli. Siku moja baba akaenda safari. Aliporudi, kijana akajua huu ni mwanya huu. Anamwambia daddy, if you buy me the bicycle, I will tell you who slept with mom yesterday. Mzee kusikia hivyo, you know our evil thinking, alitoka mbio, akaenda akanunua baiskeli bwana. Kuleta anamwambia ngoja daddy nijaribu hii baiskeli afu nikwambie. Kijana akachukua baiskeli akapiga raundi yake kisha akarudi. Anaomba sasa nikwambie baba nani naomba jana? Ni mimi ndio nilala na mama jana. Hana la kufanya. He cannot take back that new bicycle to the shop. Maana kijana ameshatia upepo ashazunguka nayo. So this is what I'm seeing here. I know some of you mnataka kugombania kura kesho kutwa, but you do not have facts to tell these people to vote you in. Instead, mnatumia baiskeli, mnasema insurance. For anybody who will come with that song insurance, my dear brothers and sisters, huyo ni mtu wa kwanza, kura yake mwekeni kando, mtoeni huyo. Tunasikizana? Nataka hili swala liwe wazi kabisa, kila mtu aelewe. Anybody coming with the issues of insurance, this one is sorted, ilisotiwa zamani. Hata sisi tuliipata imeanzishwa na Bwana Arigi. Haki lazima mtu apewe. Tumepata Bwana Arigi ameanzisha. Nikashikana na hawa vijana wangu. Na kwanza hebu wapigieni makofi niwaambie maneno. Wapigieni hawa vijana makofi. Hawa As young as they are. I think it's because they know they have so many years to go before they retire. They are really working hard for the benefit of this scheme. I can tell you for free. That one, I am confessing before you. They are really working hard. Hawanipi muda hawa. Chairman, kuna hii chama, jamani, mimi nimekuwa mtu mzima sasa. Chairman. And for real, the chairman, they keep on repeating, is for the betterment of the scheme. Thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much, Mene Hoka. Okay, let's move on. And I hope the issues of insurance nimemaliza hapo. I hope nimemaliza. Kuna mtu ana shida tena na mambo ya insurance? Insurance tutajipeleka mwenyewe baba. Sisi hatuko na wewe. Hatutaki kabisa. Haya. Call of now I'm calling more members for the nomination of beneficiaries. You see, there is one thing here I want us to understand. There's one thing that I want us to understand. The money that the scheme is keeping for you, tukiwa nayo pale kwa scheme, na wewe ukiwa kazini huwa haijulikani ni ya nani. Sorry, you are just a proxy, uko pale tu. Lakini hii pesa inajulikana ni ya nani katika vitu vingapi? Vitu vinne vikitokea. When you retire, it's when we give you the money. Ni kweli si kweli? But in case you die, we need people whom we can allocate this money. We need to allocate this money to someone. So we need people ambao tunajua hawa ukiritaya wewe, ama labda umeshikwa na mauti, baba mkubwa amekuita, au labda kitu kibaya kimetokea, tunajua hizi pesa tunampatia nani. Kwa hivyo hii mambo ya members, I wish to remind you that your retirement benefits do not form part of your estate for purpose of succession. This means that therefore, if you do not fill the nomination beneficiaries form properly, the trustees are the ones who will determine who, to whom and what proportion will your benefits be distributed. Usipochagua tutakufanyia. Utakuwa haupo, ushaenda kwa baba, tutakufanyia tu. Sasa kama kuna watoto wengine umewacha ni wewe, sisi hatuwajui. Kama unataka watu wako wapelekane makotini, wengine wanakufa njaa, wengine hawaendi shule, watu kwenye makota na ngangana makoti, it's up to you. But we are encouraging you guys. We are encouraging you, my brothers and sisters. And in fact, sasa hii kwa hiyo system yetu tumeanzisha hiyo portal, unajaza mwenyewe taratibu, you don't need to involve anybody. Ni skimu si skimu? Tuasonga tusongi. Namna gani bana? Tunasonga bana. We need to remove hii negative thinking bana. We need to remove this negative thinking and we think positively. We give it a positive approach. We'll get somewhere. But if we remain negative forever, we will sing insurance, insurance, insurance and insurance. Wenzako wanasonga, wewe unaimba tu insurance. Insurance, insurance. We need to change our thinking. We need to be positive. We need to look forward for better things. Allow me to continue. Now, I want to mention on the case of 70 million. Finally, allow me to give a brief update on the Kikambala land case. The scheme is entangled in a legal battle for 70 million, which had been deposited towards purchase of the land. I think we all know this. And I want to explain it here, how far it has gone, so that we don't get other people to come back again and ask the same story. This is a court case. We are not the ones who took this money, but it is the office who did this then. Sisi tuko pale sasa, and this is the action we are taking. in recovering this money. Presently, there is a case in Nairobi as well as a case in Mombasa involving the funds. The case in Nairobi was filed by the EACC as against the trustees of the board as well as the directors and lawyers of the company which was selling the property. EACC was seeking to recover the said money. The court directed that the money, 70 million, be deposited in an escrow account which earns interest. Hii pesa baada ya kushikwa mahali ilikuwa. What the EACC? It's a security organ in the government. Walizuia hizo pesa na zikawekwa kwa account ya jumuiya ya watu wote ya muungano wa wale wote wanahusika. Iendelee ku earn interest pending determination of the case. Okay. The Kenya shilling 70 million together with the interest earned is in the escrow account. As trustees, we have been making efforts to recover the sums. Recently, we instructed our lawyers to apply for the release of the said funds. The directions on the application is set to be given, and therefore, and after the court shall give a ruling. We undertake to give regular updates on our members on any involvement of the case. Wakili, when is this case coming to? When is coming to mention? When is the hearing? Mention is on 14th next year. Okay, sasa wiki ijayo. Si pesa ni zetu sote members. Wiki ijayo this case is coming to mention. Here 70 million. This is just to indicate to you that we are following this matter. Hatujawachilia na hatuwezi wachilia. Yawezekana kwamba out of the 70 million 2,000 ni zangu. Nikisema na wachilia hakuna mtu mwingine atafanya. I know some of you have questions, of course, but I urge you to be patient until the question and answer time comes. Nataka mweke tu yale maswali yenu mazuri yanasaidia.
Haya basi, kwa majina mimi naitwa Connie Mcharo, nafanya kazi bandarini katika department ya Human Resources, na hapa nimekuja kumrepresent mkurugenzi mkuu ama kwa kimombo Managing Director Ambassador John Mwangemi. Na kwa vile ni mwakilishi wa mkurugenzi mkuu, nitaenda moja kwa moja kusoma hotuba yake ambayo imeandikwa kwa lugha ya Kimombo, lakini natumai sote tutaelewa. We are workers and I'm sure we will be able to understand the speech. Okay. The chairperson, Board of Trustees, the trustees, the members of the scheme, the representatives from RPA, the custodian, the fund managers, the scheme auditors, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to join you once again for your annual general meeting. The purpose of such a meeting is not just to fulfill the requirement of the law, but rather to provide an avenue of meaningful engagement between all stakeholders and the scheme. Feel welcome, therefore, to raise any issues of concern. This is especially to the members of the scheme. As the chair has said, this is a forum for you to ask all your questions, get all your answers here, instead of asking the questions in social media platforms. This is a forum for you to be able to ask all your questions, have all your questions answered. On the role of the sponsor, the Kenya Ports Authority, being the sponsor, is committed to ensure that the welfare of members as well as the scheme is protected. In that regard, we understand that the employer has certain obligations towards the scheme. A summary of these obligations is as follows. Appointment of trustees. One of the duties of the sponsor is to nominate trustees. Presently, the board has trustees. The board of trustees is fully composed. The sponsor has, in line with the existing trust deed and rules, appointed three trustees to the board, and members have equally nominated 3 trustees to the board. Those are the ones you elected. The sponsor sponsor will always ensure that the trustees nominated to the board have a mixed skill set and will add value to the scheme. We believe that as members of the scheme, you have witnessed a positive transformation as well as a value addition being brought by the current trustees. On a special note, I wish to applaud the board under the stewardship of the chairperson for the recent digital transformation being witnessed within the scheme. As you're aware, the scheme went digital, I think early this week. So that is kudos to the trustees. Remittance of contributions. Remittance of contributions. As you're all aware, this is a defined contribution scheme, whereas as a member, you contribute 10%, while the employer or sponsor contributes 20% of the basic salary. One of the sponsor's cardinal duties is to ensure that these contributions have been remitted to the scheme. On behalf of KPA, I can assure that all the contributions have been remitted on time. We understand that remittance of contributions is a critical aspect of the scheme's funds growth. Whereas the sponsor continues to remit the contributions, members are also encouraged to boost their contribution through additional voluntary contributions. Securing social security of members. The Constitution provides for social security as a basic right to be enjoyed at all stages of life, including post-retirement era. The authority has committed to ensure that its staff will remain protected to the end. To this end, the authority will always offer the necessary support to the scheme. We encourage members to take advantage of education opportunities provided by the scheme. Members should endeavor to attend the pre-retirement training, member education days, and any other forums set for their benefit. As you all know, knowledge is power. I'm sure some of you have attended the pre-retirement training organized by the scheme, the education days where we all are made aware of what to do when we retire, and of course, what is going on in the scheme. I wish to single out the recently conducted pre-retirement training and stress on its importance. However, I wish to make a clarion call for a shift in perspective on such trainings. I understand that the focus is normally on members who are about to retire. There is a need to engage young members so that they can understand the need to plan for their post-retirement at an early stage. That notwithstanding, we commend the trustees for the good work they have. The good work done. Makofi kwa trustees. On the various products launched within the scheme, the sponsor is cognizant of the various products and developments within the scheme. First and foremost, I wish to congratulate the Board of Trustees for embracing technology. That's the way to go. The member portal, which was recently launched, is a big step towards fostering transparency and creating ease of access to information. I think this was launched on Wednesday, and as you continue interacting with it, you will see what are the benefits of it. The sponsor is also aware of the Post-Retirement Medical Fund, which is in the initial stages of formation. We appreciate the request by members to have the sponsor chip in terms of contributions. This request is still being considered and is in the final stage and will be communicated in due course. The importance of the post-retirement medical fund contribution can never be overstated. It is important to have a post-retirement medical fund because, as you know, when we retire, that is when we start getting sick. The sponsor is also aware of the trustees' intention to set up a child trust fund within the scheme. This is a very important step as it seeks to protect the best interest of the child in the demise of the parents. We applaud the trustees for such a pragmatic step. On the scheme autonomy, with the delinking of the scheme from the sponsor, we have seen tremendous development within the scheme. We reiterate that delinking does not mean existing in isolation. With enhanced collaboration, we can achieve more together. As a sponsor, we are always ready to offer assistance where required. This is especially on areas which will benefit our members. Call on the trustees and members. In closing, I wish to call on the trustees to continue with the good work. I also call upon the members to be active and participate in all the scheme activities. Members, when AGMs are called, please come. Please come. Let's not have empty seats. We are 6,000, but very many seats are empty, and we always ask questions. So be active and participate in all the scheme activities. For the scheme administrator and the secretariat, we expect you to continue being the link between the members and the trustees. We appreciate the work you have done so far, and our expectation is that you will continue to set the bar even higher. In conclusion, I want to say, for the scheme to prosper, there is a need for collaboration among the various stakeholders. Moving together will take us far in the spirit of teamwork. I want to thank the Board of Trustees for inviting me to this AGM. I want to thank members as well the service providers for taking the time to attend this meeting. Special gratitude for the Secretariat who have put up this meeting. I thank you and wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2023. Asanteni sana.
Bwana MC, much appreciated. Chair, I would like to recognize the presence of our trustee, Director Farida. She's joined us, she was here, but now she's back. Karibu sana trustee. Members, you can see how your trustees love you. KPA directors are here with you, so it means they really value this scheme. Chair, allow me now to take this part of the program, and according to the order of business today, I would like now to invite our service providers to give us reports for what happened in the previous year of December 2021. So Chair, with your permission, I would invite the auditor of the scheme, Mokua Onwonga, that is Sami Sanga, to give us the report for the year ended December 2021. Members, you can look at your screen. I think the reports will be there, will be displayed. But equally, you can follow from your book or the handbook that you have with you. It's a detailed statement from the first page to the end. Transparency is key, and that's why all the booklets are with you so that you can be able to assess and read it by yourself. We encourage that if you have questions, please note it down. If you look at the last page of your book, there's a place left out for notes, so you can write anything you want to ask so that you don't forget. We request that you hold those questions until the Q&A session. Welcome, Sanga.
Hamjambo tena. Mimi nimetoka kwenye ofisi ya mhasibu wenu na naenda kuwakilisha hii report kama ilivyo kwenye nafikiri kila mtu ako na nakala yake, ukurasa wa 35. Utaniwie radhi manake lugha iliyotumika hapa ni ya Kimombo. So forward to statement of net assets available for benefits. Our planned investment for the year 2021 as at 31st of December was 17,210,080 shillings. In comparison, in the year 2020, we had 14.2 billion. Receivables and accrued income for the year 2021 was 77,025,000. Cash and cash equivalents for the year was 64,106,000. Property and equipment for the year 2021, we had 1,976,000. Intangible assets for the year, we had 4,478,000. So the total assets for the year 2021 was 17,357,925,000 as compared to 14,244,971 in the year 2020. Liabilities, payables and accrued expenses for the year 2021 was 48,727,000. Tax payable for the year was 15,735,000. So total liabilities was 64,462,000. That means our net assets available for benefits for the year 2021 was 17,293,463,000 as compared to 14,209,002 shillings for the year 2020. I will go ahead and present to you the opinion of the auditors. We have audited the accompanying financial statements of Kenya Ports Authority Retirement Benefits Scheme 2012, set out on pages 34 to 56, which comprise the scheme's statement of net assets available for benefits as at 31st December 2021, and the statement of changes in net assets